Hello beautiful people. So today I'm going to be doing, this week I'm going to be doing a vlog for my placements because I've now got 2 placements and I'm not doing a cooking tutorial, I'm just making my breakfast. So I've got my first placement today on a Monday. Sorry for the noise of the fan, I can't switch it off, I don't know why, it's basically always on. So yeah. So what's going to happen today is I've got my online clients every Monday now. So I've still only got 2. I'm supposed to have 4, but they haven't got around to getting me the other 2 clients yet. I literally don't know what's taking so long. So I've only got 2 online clients at the moment. So I've got one at 5 and one at 7. So right now I think it's almost 1 p.m. So I'm gonna take you guys along to my placement. Of course, I'm not gonna record like the actual sessions with my client. I might record maybe like the first few seconds and mute it, obviously. And then show you guys the process, taking notes and stuff like that. And then I'll come back again on Wednesday to do a full day vlog when I go to the school to do my placement there. And that is what this vlog is going to be all about. So I'll see you guys in a bit. My breakfast is done. Do you want to see? Do you want to see? I know you don't want to see, but I'm going to show you anyway. So here it is. Beautiful. We've got some granola, banana, and yogurt, and we've got lemon and lime tea for good digestion. Let's go eat. So I've got quite a lot to do today. I need to actually prep for a meeting with Cyberform, which I've got tonight at 8:15, so straight after my second client. I've got to prep the stuff for that meeting because I'm the project manager. Right, so I don't know if I've mentioned it on here, but I'm part of a team called Cyberform and we're making a mental health app for young people. So I was asked to volunteer as part of it, so I said yes. And we're looking for more volunteers as well in different areas. I'll leave a link in the description box for you to read and check it out if you want. But what you can help me with is filling out this survey that we have. Gosh, can't eat and vlog at the same time. Not possible. So we need people to fill in the survey. I'm gonna link it in the description box as well. And it's basically just to help us understand people's mental health better and the kind of things that we can implement into the mental health app, because we want to launch it by January 2024. So if you don't want to volunteer, or if you do, you can also do that on the website. I'll leave all the details in the description box. And please fill in the questionnaire if you can. We want to get maybe around 200 responses. So for every person that views this video, if you watch it all the way to here, then I would really appreciate you doing that as well. And if you can't fill in the survey, just pass it on to other people that you know. I would be really, really grateful for that. And then I've got a few other DMs to respond to and stuff like that. So at the moment, I think it's probably like 1. So yeah, just 4 hours to go until my first client. So I'm just gonna enjoy the rest of my breakfast and not try to vlog at the same time. Or not try to talk at the same time. And so now I'm gonna do the stuff to prepare for the meeting. I have to analyze the answers we've got from the questionnaire so far to deliver to the team. And I'm gonna find some names for the app and go through the timeline, because we've got somebody new starting today, so I need to kind of have a little summary of what we're doing ready for her and have the document ready to email to her when her email is set up. So right now it's just 1 minute to 2, it's 1:59, so yeah, just 3 more hours until my first client, so let's get to work. I've just finished doing, like, collating all the information from the questionnaire so far, and there's been some really interesting stuff about, like, how people cope with mental health. It is 3:12 p.m. Yes, this took me a bit long because I got a bit distracted, but I'm gonna stop here. It is almost, no, it's 1 minute to 4, so it's 4 p.m. and my first client is in an hour, and I've got a migraine which I've had since I woke up, so I'm gonna get myself a drink. I might take a walk because I really feel like crap, and I've tried to really fire through it, which I don't normally do. When I have a migraine, I normally stay in bed and I don't do anything. So this is me powering through, and yeah, I'm gonna go make like tea or something and just maybe go outside just to get some fresh air and see if it helps. And then by 4:30 I will be back and we can start preparing for the session. So yeah. The lift is broken, so I have to take the stairs. So let's go. I'm not staying out for long. I really don't feel good, but we're gonna see if a walk helps because I'm trying my best to stay away from medication because the medication makes me feel drowsy, which doesn't help anything. So let's go. Oh lordy, it's raining. I said I'm gonna be quick before it starts raining, but it's raining. I think I'm still gonna go. This probably looks really weird. I'm still gonna go. Can you see the rain? Can you see the rain? Yeah, I think you can see the rain. Let's go anyway. I'm just gonna walk for a few minutes and go back inside. I just came back from the walk. I went to the kitchen to make a little snack, apple and cucumber slices and some peppermint tea, because like I said, this migraine is trying to hit me. I'm fighting back today. I'm not taking my meds. I'm staying strong. My session is in half an hour, so I'm gonna send my client the link. Yeah, I'm just gonna like sit in front of my laptop and wait for the session to start because that's what I do. And I've been forgetting to record the sessions with her, so today I must remember to record it because at this point, yeah, it's ridiculous. So yeah, we'll be starting in about half an hour and I will see you then. So I'm just gonna enjoy my little snack to rejuvenate me because I'm really hungry. So my session is starting in 6 minutes, and I quickly read over the notes from the last session just to remind me where we left off, because normally some clients will just be like, oh, where did we leave off? And I'll be like, so I need to kind of know exactly where we left off. And I do not feel better. I'm feeling worse by the minute. Got my earphones ready and I'm gonna maybe down a little bit of my tea. Don't feel good. I don't know how I'm gonna get through the session, but we'll get through it. And I'm gonna pray a little before I start, and I normally log in 1 minute early. I was using Zoom for the first session, but Zoom cuts you off after like 30 minutes. So the clients had to log back in and I didn't like that. So I'm using Google Meet, which allows you to have the whole session without any disturbance. So yes, that's what we're gonna do. So I'm not gonna record the start of the session because then I won't be able to go to my phone to switch it off. So yeah, I'll be starting in a few minutes. And so that's that. First client, here we go. I will be back as soon as the session is finished. I'll log in a minute early and just wait here for her. Bye. Okay, so I've just finished a session with my first client, and normally I will write the notes for the session as soon as it's done, but like I said, I really don't feel good, so I'm gonna like see if I can get some more food and get some sugar in my system maybe just to energize me, and then I'll write my notes. And I have so many forms to fill in online, so I have like the notes, the brief notes from the form that my university gave me for every placement, and logging my client hours. Actually, I'll do that first. So first I have to log my client hours. So because like I said, the goal for this year is to get 100 hours of placement. So I'm just going to quickly do that now. So logging of client hours. So I've had 3 sessions with this client, and then the next client is like in an hour. So I'll keep this open, and then I think I'm just going to do all the online stuff now. So I've got this other document, which obviously I can't show you because it's got the client notes on there. I basically have to just write a brief summary of the main topics that we talked about in the session. And tomorrow I'll have my supervision. I forgot. So it's my first time doing supervision in a group with these people. I know I'd said in one of my videos that I was going to do individual supervision, but that didn't work out. And I'm going to be done with the school soon, so I can't keep using that supervisor because she's paid for by that school. So I'm going to have to pay for this supervision, which is £61 a month, for 2 hours at one Tuesday a month. So in today's session, we spoke a little bit about some of the stuff that we'd left off yesterday. Not yesterday, stuff that we left off from last week. Oh gosh. Okay, so that was like a really brief summary. So this is the university's worksheet. I then have to go and do the same bloody thing, but this time around with the placements worksheet. So the placement has their own documents that they would want me to fill in. So they gave me a Excel sheet that I have to fill in for my clients. So, and I actually did remember to record, but you can't record with Google Meet unless you have the premium version. So I'm gonna have to find another way to do this, because now I just don't know what I'm meant to do and what platform I'm supposed to use that will allow me a full session and to record. I don't know. It's looking very long at the moment. It's looking very long. So I'm just gonna fill in the summary again, but this time on Excel. So the only difference with this one is the Excel sheet is that they expect you to fill in what type of session it is, the session number, the date, whether they attended or not, cancelled or not, safeguarding, and then you do a little quick summary. So it's a really short line. So I do an even more summarized summary of what I did in the other form. And then they give you this thing called like a drop down bar option of in-session intervention that you used. So there's lots of options. So there's acceptance, cognitive challenging, cognitive refocusing, communication skills, compliance issues, distress tolerance, exploration of emotions, genogram, externalizing the problem, exposure planning, interactive feedback, mindfulness training, preventative services, psychoeducation, scaling questions, social thinking skills. So you have to pick something that you used in the session to show, I guess, your skills and your awareness, which is good, because then when I look back at this, when I'm writing my reflection notes, I can remember what I did with a certain client. And I just realized I am filling in the wrong client. I do this every single time because she's my first client, but she's put on the list as my second client. So it's just confusing. So I have to fill it in again, but this time for the right client. So I have to pick an intervention that I'd say today we were mapping the problem, we were speaking. Yeah, I guess that would probably make sense. Yeah, I'm going to go to the kitchen now and get some food. I don't want this vlog to be too long, but I feel like it might be. So, I'm going to put this back because this is the first client. And then for the second client, her notes will be there for me to read when I get back. We're almost done with the first part of the vlog. So yeah, I'll be back in a few minutes or when we're ready to start with the next client. Okay, 5 minutes until the next client. I had a little bit of food. I had a little rest in bed for about 15 minutes. Oh, I need Vaseline. I'll put lip gloss on. I can't have an appointment with crusty lips because it will just disturb me and I won't feel comfortable for the whole session. So I've already sent her the link before I got into bed. And now I'm gonna just quickly read over the notes from our last session. Ooh, okay. Got my tea. No, I feel a little bit better than I did before, but hopefully. Thing is, once I'm in the session, it's like my mind is on the session, so I kind of forget how my body's feeling, which helps a lot. I am still not giving in to taking the tablets. Honestly, I could do a whole video telling you guys about how migraines have tried to ruin my life in the past year. I could do a video on that. I've been thinking about doing a video about it. I need to log in 2 minutes. I log in 1 minute before, like I said, and I just wait just in case the client comes early, because you never know if their clock is ahead. You want to be there before the client, of course. All right, I will see you after this session when I'm doing all the paperwork, and I think I'm gonna have to do the actual notes on here. So yeah, it's 58 now, so I've got 1 minute before I have to log in. Bye. You know what, these migraines are trying to play with me, because during the session I genuinely forgot how unwell my body was, and I was laughing with my clients so much today. Like, I wish I could obviously record it for you guys, but I can't. I think it really made me feel like better. So I really enjoyed that second session, and while I've still got like the little bit of energy and a little bit of strength, I'm gonna write the notes for both of my clients. So the paper notes as well as the short ones. Let me get a pen. I can find one. So I'm gonna start with the previous client while it's still fresh in my memory. So I'll normally just like write the dates, the client's initials, and the time of the appointment, and if it was recorded or not. So today's the 24th. I'm gonna put a YouTube video on to watch in the background, because the silence is deafening for me. Deafening. Yeah. So I've done the notes for the first client, and I've just finished like the paper notes. I've already done her notes online, but I have a meeting with the Cyberform people, the people that I'm making a mental health app with. So I need to I can't write my next client's notes yet. I'll do that after the meeting. So 8:15 to 8:45 I'm going to be in that meeting, and then when I'm done I'll quickly do the other notes, and then I'll close off the vlog for today. And then I'll see you guys again either tomorrow night when I do supervision, or on Wednesday when I go to placement. So bye. Okay, so the time is 9 p.m. and I have just finished the meeting that I had. So I'm gonna finish my client notes, and then that will be it for today, guys. This is how much paperwork I have with just 2 clients. I can imagine how hectic it's going to be when I've got 4. I hate when my brain goes fuzzy, because I can't remember everything that I spoke about with my client. Especially when it's not a recorded session. I really, really have to rely on my memory to remind me of everything that we spoke about. So I'm done writing these notes. I'm just gonna transfer them and minimize them on my laptop. I think today, in terms of the intervention, there was a lot of cognitive challenging or cognitive reframing. I'd say cognitive reframing, a lot of it today. So that's the Google Drive from the placement one. So that's done, and now just one little last bit of paperwork and I'm free. Actually, yeah, and this one, number of sessions done. So just a little summary. So this is the university paperwork. Based on today's session, what are the main topics? So we're done, ladies and gentlemen. That was 2 sessions and 4 bits, well, I'd say 6 bits of paperwork. I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Good night. And it's 9:15, signing out. Good morning, guys. I am talking to you from my bathroom because I know last night I was meant to vlog my supervision session and I completely forgot because I was so busy. I was out the whole day doing someone's hair and then I got home at like 5:30. But yeah, it was just me and the supervisor because even though it's group supervision, I am the first one that's been allocated to his supervision group. I thought he already had 3 other people, but he said someone should be joining soon and then the group will grow and then there'll be 4 of us. So my session with him wasn't 2 hours, it was only about 45 minutes, 50 minutes. It was okay. I'm not really sure if I like him as much as my current supervisor. He's okay. He's obviously knowledgeable. But maybe, I don't know, maybe he seemed a bit bored of my cases because they weren't intense. But I don't know, it was interesting. And he made so much effort to kind of get to know me as a person, which my other supervisor didn't. And to be honest, I'm all about business, so let's just get down to business. I don't really want to do the chit-chat stuff and personalizing and getting to know each other. But I can't fault him. He's still like quite a nice person, first impressions. So yeah, hopefully I think he'll be my supervisor for the year. The sessions are twice a month, not once a month like I thought. So yeah, there's no hot water in my flat. And I tried to call like the maintenance team, emergency team, and they're closed until 8:30 or 9, and by then I have to be at placement, so fabulous. So I don't know if you can hear that. It's the kettle. I have to do things the old school way because I still need to wash my face. I'm just going to do like a scrub down of my body just so that I feel a little bit fresh. And I woke up at like 4 a.m. and struggled to get back to sleep, and then I only slept for like maybe another 30-40 minutes before I had to wake up again. Being a light sleeper is just something else. So anyway, sorry for rambling. Today is Wednesday and yeah, it's a normal placement. So yeah, I will keep you guys updated as we go through the day. See you guys in a bit. Okay, I'm gonna do my makeup now. I've got about 40, I think I've got like just under an hour to get ready and go. You know what, I don't even know what to expect today because last week I had one of my clients who hadn't turned up for like a good month or so. I think she'd missed like 4 sessions. And then the first week back from Easter, she didn't turn up either. And I'd already asked the social worker, the educational social worker, to check if she wanted to carry on counselling with me. And then she was emailed by her teacher or something, and she didn't reply to the email. So the teacher advised the educational social worker to give her sessions to somebody else. So I got given a new client last week, and lo and behold, like 10-15 minutes into the session, the old client comes in and she's knocking at the door. I'm thinking, I'm in a session, like you can't just stand there and knock, like you have to go speak to somebody else about this because you wouldn't like it if somebody came in the middle of your session with me. So anyways, because she was literally standing there clueless, I opened the door and I quickly spoke to her and I said, you know, go speak to Miss So-and-so about it because I was told that you're no longer my client. And bearing in mind I had not seen her since like February, so March went the whole month without seeing her. I was meant to see her at least 4 times, and I had our session planned so well. Like I had paperwork, I had worksheets that I had planned, which I'd got from my lecture, because one of the lectures was actually about something that she's going through. So I was like, this is perfect. So I had like the worksheets and everything, and I thought it through. And I think I'd even spoken to my supervisor about it. She was like, yeah, that sounds great, like go for it. So I had our session planned, so I was actually excited about it. And for her to not turn up week after week after week after week, I asked her, I was like, clearly she doesn't want to carry on. Maybe she's a bit threatened or she's a bit scared to do this because it's so like head on. So yeah, you never know why clients quit, but sometimes clients will quit sessions because the work is it's not that it's too intense or anything, but they're just not ready for it, even though they know it's going to help them. But some people are not ready to let go of their trauma, or they're not ready to face their demons, essentially. Let's go with that. Some people are not ready to face their demons, even though they want to overcome it, they're just not ready to. So that's what I thought was going on with her. So we'll see what happens today. In the morning, I normally email the educational social worker to ask which students are in and which ones are not. And if I've asked for an update on a student that hasn't been turning up, I might get the update that morning as well. So I did ask about an update for another student. Hopefully I get the update today, because she hasn't been very frequent. She hasn't been coming frequently either, and I'd rather just not see her anymore, to be honest. She's very, very inconsistent. Even when she's in school, she won't come to the session because she forgets a lot. And there's only so much you can do. You either want to come or you don't want to come, you know. Hopefully, I mean, like, I've only got a few more weeks left at that school. I should be done like mid-May, latest late May, depending on how many clients turn up. Like, if 2 clients turn up today, that means I'm staying at that school for an extra week. If all 5 of them come today, I could be done by next week. So it all depends. But luckily, another colleague on the course is going to take my place. I'm going to speak to all my clients today about potentially handing over their information to the new therapist if they're happy to. If not, then I won't. And if they are happy to even see a new therapist in my place, like, about the same thing. And it's a weird feeling. It's definitely a weird feeling, like, leaving clients and moving on. I didn't think endings would affect me this much, and I did talk to my supervisor about it a little bit. I feel like I'm leaving them in the lurch. I feel like I should stay, but then my timetable is so crazy that I do need my free time. And I've got an assignment coming up in June, so I'm gonna want time to focus on that. And imagine if I've still got like 2 loads of supervisions every other week, 2 loads of placements, 2 loads of paperwork to do for 2 different placements. Like, it's just too much. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna get ready and then I'll see you guys in a bit. Good morning to you, wherever you're watching from.
Down.
Okay, so it's about 8:30 now and I've got to rush. I'm running behind. So yes, let's see how many clients we have today. Bye. I will see you guys when I've arrived.
Ground floor.
So, my first client hopefully should be here in about 3 minutes. I can hear like them finishing form time. So I'm just gonna quickly go over the notes from last session. So, bye guys, I'll see you in a bit. So my second client was meant to be here right now, otherwise I wouldn't be recording this. He didn't turn up. The first client came. So I'm gonna write notes online and on paper for the first client, and then patiently wait for the third client. I've sent an email to the educational social worker to find out about today's attendance. So I'm sure she'll probably get back to me before the end of like this session. And I found out the clock in my room wasn't working, so like during the session I had to go by the sound of the chairs scraping upstairs because that normally indicates that a lesson is about to finish. So it finished like just when the bell went. The next session after this, that is meant to be at 10:55, so they have a break at 10:35 for 20 minutes, and then the next person is meant to come at 10:55. But she's a bit unreliable. She hasn't been here for about 3-4 weeks now, and she normally like is very on and off. So I've asked if she would like to continue with therapy or not, because yeah, I'd rather have people who are committed than me just like sitting around and waiting. I'm just gonna make notes now. So, and I put on my coat because I got a bit cold. Today is the 26th. My hand is getting tired. I don't know why, and my handwriting is getting messier by the second. Gosh. So the reason I write 2 different notes, these ones are the more detailed ones, and then the summarized version is on there, which is where I also do my supervision notes. And that form was given to me by the university, so I have to fill it in. Anyways, I'm gonna finish writing these notes and then I'll probably speak to you guys around lunchtime when I'm eating my lunch and updating you on client progress or lack of progress. We'll see. Let me just check if the email she's replied. No, she has not. So yeah, I'll probably see you around lunchtime. Right now it's 10:03 and it's just me, myself and I. So it is lunchtime now, and I said I would update you guys. So when I left off, the second client hadn't shown up. So here's the deal. Second client did show up, but he didn't show up on his time for his session because he was meant to be my second client. And I predicted that this third client wouldn't come, and she didn't. So the second client ended up coming and saying, oh, can I just I just got into school, can I come now? And then I was like, just come back in 5 minutes, and just in case the other girl does turn up for her session. Of course she didn't, so he came back, and so I had his session with him in that time slot. And I think that's one of the things that is kind of nice about schools. Maybe nice or not nice, but for me I think it's quite good that you can kind of reschedule on the spot. There's less structure in a school, I think is what I'm trying to say, in terms of that, because rescheduling is not that simple. So you kind of, if you've got that time and the client hasn't turned up, then yeah, cool, why not? Whereas with with adults who pay and come in, you'd have to reschedule maybe a different day and a different time. Whereas here it's like they can't really because of their timetable, and obviously I'm only in once a week, so I can't reschedule to a Friday or a Tuesday because I'm not here. So I had my session with him, and then my other client came after that. I had a session with her. She wants to do it bi-weekly now, but I'm almost done. So I did tell all of them, actually. I told all of them that I'm going to be done soon, and if they would like me to pass them on to a new counsellor. Most of them have said no so far. So remember the client I was telling you guys about this morning, who hasn't turned up for ages and then turned up halfway through her session last week. So she's coming back today. Apparently, we'll see. I'll believe it when I see it. So she's gonna have an unusual slot after lunch, and then because I've already committed to seeing the other girl, I'm gonna have to stay an extra 45 minutes or so, an hour. So I'm gonna be leaving quite late today, which I don't normally do. Normally I'm done by 2:30 and I'm on my way home. But today I think I got an email saying that the school day ends at 3:05. So that's that. So anyways, I'm gonna eat my lunch and watch a bit of Netflix. Yum yum. And then when I finish my lunch, I'll start making notes, because I do need to make notes for 2 clients now. So lunch is down, currently digesting. I'm gonna make some notes while watching this Netflix series. Lunch finishes at 1:25, so right now it's 12:57. So I've got just about 20 minutes to do some notes, and then transfer the recordings on my phone to my Google Drive. After seeing all my last clients, I prefer to do the notes before I go home, because when I go home it's just long, and I want to finish this vlog off as soon as possible, so I'm going to try and get everything done quickly. I was waiting to see if I needed to rant or not, because remember the girl who didn't come for a month, and I just calculated it, I haven't seen her for 6 weeks, including the half term, so it's been a month and a half. She said she wants to come back, and so she was given her old time slot back, and then the new person that I saw last week got moved to next lesson, and she's not here. She's not here. Somebody else got moved so she could have her old time slot back, and she's not here. She better have a good reason, she better be in an exam or something, because I forgot it's not good enough right now. I have to then go home later than usual, and I have to spend the next 35 minutes waiting around I'm gonna do my notes and the admin stuff that I need to do anyway, but it's just, I could be having my final session right now and actually doing something useful. So it's just a bit frustrating that she's had people just shuffle their timetable around for her and she hasn't shown up. After a month of not showing up, she decided not to show up again. So yeah, I just typed no-show on her notes. Where I would normally put the summary of the session, I've just written no-show. And I waited before starting this rant, just in case she came a few minutes late. She was meant to come at 25 past. It is now 40 past, so she's not coming. My next client is supposed to come at 2:15 until the end of the school day, 3:05. So if she comes, then I'll stay back her notes as well. I guess that's also another bad thing about counselling in schools, is that because I don't have direct contact with the students, it's hard to know like when, if they're coming or not. Even if they're in school, they might forget, which some of them do. So I mean, that's another thing about working in schools as a counsellor, is a lot of kind of waiting around to see if they're going to come or not. Normally I'll wait about 10 minutes because sometimes, you know, they are 5 minutes late because they're walking maybe from like really far to the other side of the school, whatever. But yeah, I even had her paperwork. It's right there. My phone is on the paperwork. Like, anyways, let me calm myself down, and once I've finished doing all the admin stuff, I'll just watch a bit of Netflix, and then closer to the time for my next session, I'll go over her notes. Actually, I want to calculate my hours that I've done so far today and see whether we're closer to 50 or not. So, ooh, I'm at 45 hours as of now. If this girl had turned up, I'll be at 46. If the next girl turns up, then I'll be at 46. That literally leaves me with like 2 weeks left at the school. And I spoke to all the ones that came today. I told them that, you know, I'm going to be going soon. One of them said he said he wants to give me a gift because he feels like our sessions have been really helpful compared to his previous therapist. And yeah, he was like, make sure you don't leave without telling me I need to get you a gift. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. So like, you know, it feels so good. And he literally gave me the biggest ego boost. He was like, you're really good, you have so much potential, I know you're going to be he's like, I think you're going to be a great counsellor. He's like, actually no, I know you're going to be a great counsellor, you're going to do some good. And I was just like trying so hard not to smile because I didn't want to, like, my head was about to explode. So far all of them have said that they want to stop counselling once I leave. They don't want to like continue with the new girl, so she'll probably obviously get new clients because they do have a lot of students on the waiting list. I'm just gonna stop recording so I can transfer the voice notes onto my Google Drive, and then that's it. Right, I'll probably see you guys at the end of the day, so I'll come back on here either at 3:10 when my client is finished, or I'll come back here at like 2:30 or 2:25 if she doesn't turn up, and then I'm on my way home. So we'll see. Okay, so it is 3:07, which means I did have my last client. She did come, so I'm on 46 hours. So I'm gonna make some notes and then I will head off home. Today being 46 hours potentially means next week could be my last week, but I think I'll firm it until May, and then in May I'll go. Just gonna make some notes and then I'll go home. So I'm done with her notes, but because this client doesn't want to be recorded, I don't have to transfer any recording. I'm just gonna put in my client log hours that I've had 2 hours with her. My laptop would cooperate. So client log is done. I just need to do the short form notes, the electronic ones, and then voila, we are done for the day. I can still hear students, boy oh boy. But yeah, honestly, she also complimented me and she was like, I was telling her that obviously I'm leaving soon, blah blah blah, so would she be okay if I passed her on to the next client therapist? She was like, yeah, I don't know if I can, don't know if I'd want to, because sorry, I got distracted, somebody walked past and someone talking to myself. So she said, yeah, like, you're so cool and you're all right. Like, I like talking to you, but what if I don't like the next therapist? I was like, damn, they like me. Got a big head today. I've got a big head. What was that? Now I'm confused. Maybe they had form time. Now I'm maybe walking with the kids. I think they were just in form time. But that means they've got form twice a day. Anyways, let me get ready to get myself out of here and walk with these kids. So guys, this brings me to the end of this vlog. I'm home now. It's about 5:42. I have got a counselling session at 4, so in less than 20 minutes. I don't have supervision for this placement this week because I had it last week. It's once every 2 weeks. So, bye.